So some of you may have noticed this engine in the background of some of the videos. We haven't really talked about it at all yet.
Not at all, no.
Yes. So we figured we'd just kind of do a quick little update on it since, I mean, it's here, it's hanging from Joe's engine hoist. It's actually out of his red Ram 1500. What year is this thing?
01.
01.
As previously seen on the Christmas tree videos.
Yes, that is what we hauled the Christmas trees with. So, do you want to just like walk us through kind of like how this all came about? Because it's kind of, I don't know, I think it's kind of funny because the original intention was not to pull the engine on this truck.
Oh yeah, no, not at all. This was totally, completely unnecessary, but necessary. Basically what had happened was I got this truck used, obviously, 2 years ago, and bought it from a guy who brought it up from North Carolina. Now the dude that I got it from basically is, he parts out Rams and trucks and things like that, so he buys Southern stuff. And he happened to have this thing on a Facebook post and on a trailer, said coming back to Buffalo, blah, blah, blah. So long story short, I bought this truck. Got about 200,000 miles on it. And I just threw it on the road. Did a quick go through of the brakes. I think I put new front pads on it and rotors and put new tires on it. And literally, that's all I did. So drove it, I don't know, a year and a half. And then this summer I ended up having to go just locally here, about a half hour away. Coming home, the tranny just started shifting weird out of nowhere. I guess let me digress. Last year I did put a shift kit in the tranny because it was not shifting. And if you're a Dodge guy, you know that these trannies have issues. The particular issue I had was the solenoid and governor got plugged up. So I had to pull the pan off and clean all that. So I put a shift kit in it at that time. And it was fine all for another year. So again, just coming home and the tranny just started letting go and got all weird on the highway. I was able to limp it home, but it was basically cooked when I got back. So out the tranny came through the bottom of the truck, pulling it out to go rebuild it, and taking the motor apart, I ended up noticing that my harmonic balancer actually came apart, and the weight was actually riding against the timing chain cover here and wore a hole in it. So I was like, well, that's not cool. And checking that out, I pulled on the crankshaft, and it had like a 1/4 inch of thrust on the crank. So the crankshaft was basically pounding back and forth inside the block to the point where the counterweights were actually hitting the actual iron of the mains and everything. So that was basically effed. So I guess that's where it snowballed from there. So took the motor out, found out the crank was pretty much garbage. I couldn't just put bearings in it. So I ordered a crank kit from Rock Auto, which included a refurbished crankshaft and rod and main bearings. So I disassembled the engine enough to take that out and figured, I was like, well, I'm in there, cleaned up all the rods, the bottom end. I was just going to put a new crank in it and call it a day. And as time went on, it's kind of like, well, I might as well put a cam in it because it's out and it's right here. And I had to take the timing chain water pump off to fix the hole in the timing chain cover from the balancer. I had a new water pump for it, and it's just like, well, screw it. So I pulled the intake, pulled all that crap apart. Timing chain was completely wasted, so it's like, well, I gotta get a timing chain. Well, it's like no sense of putting a timing chain in it if I don't put a cam in it. So I called up Hughes Engines and ordered a cam. I forget the specs on it, but it's basically their Magnum engine cam that will work with a stock computer. So I ordered that, which included buying new roller lifters because those were worn out too. So I go to pull the cam out and found out that you can't take the lifters out of the block without pulling the cylinder heads off. So that just snowballed into me pulling the heads off. Well, that turned into, well, the two rear cylinders, the heads cracked between the two valves, so that was leaking. All the valves are just complete garbage. I mean, being that it's got 200,000 miles on it, they were just wasted. So, complete valve job. I actually had a spare set of heads kicking here. Cleaned those up, basically pulled all the pistons out of the block at that point, Found out the cam bearings were trashed, so the block went in the machine shop, got cleaned, and put in new cam bearings. I got it back. I just ran a dingle ball home down the bores and basically just cleaned all the crap that I had, put it back together. I did gasket match the intake to the head. Nothing crazy, just to clean it up. I did read some forums and did the modifications on the intake manifold on the beer keg, so I cut the angles on the intake runners, and I also fabricated a new lower intake plate out of 1/4-inch aluminum to fix the plates that usually leak on them. So in a nutshell, that's kind of where it went to, and you know, just everything got cleaned, repainted. All the O-rings for the injectors were all rotted and cracked and split, so all new gaskets, plugs. It basically got rebuilt except for getting bored out. So that's kind of where it's at. It's going back in the truck and we'll see what happens to it. We'll fire it up and see how it runs. The cam is supposed to respond pretty well to just the factory computer, but if I do get a tuner for it, it'll help it even more. And yeah, hopefully it fires up, doesn't leak, and doesn't, you know, fall apart. So
yeah, so there you go. That's just kind of a quick rundown on what he's been doing with this is, I guess we consider this your daily driver,
yeah,
really.
It's the daily, I guess you'd say, short of having a company vehicle. But
yeah.
It sucks not having a truck, that's for sure, when you got to haul all kinds of crap and pick up things for the house and pick up car parts, take things places, and you know, I can justify a ton of reasons why you need a pickup truck, but I won't get into justifying it because I don't think you need to justify justifying having a truck. So yeah, and I wanted to do this, so I bought the cam because I wanted to, not because I really had to. I could have just got a cheapo stock cam to put back in. It would have cost like $100, but I gave Hughes a lot of money in hopes that it works out well, because the cams are kind of lousy from the factory on these, and they are the same cams in the 318. So the 5.2 and the 5.9, literally the only difference is the bore and stroke. There's no difference in the cam, so needless to say, they kind of suck. So,
and you've had
it's something I wanted to do, and I didn't need to justify it to my wife either, so because it's something I wanted.
Well, I think all things considered, the whole playground that you now have here is, I don't think she would find that as a big surprise, I guess you'd say.
Shocking.
Yeah, exactly. That's just another piece to the puzzle that is the car hobby.
Yep.
So yeah, and Hughes has done good by you. You've had good luck with them.
Yeah, I've had good luck with them, and you know, I talked with the guys, and you know, reading some forums and things of that nature, and you know, everyone's got their own opinion, but I figured they had pretty much the best cam that I would hope for, that just plug and play. Like, I don't have to really do anything. You know, I don't need to get a different computer for it. It should run good from what they're telling me, so we'll see what happens. I'm assuming at some point I will get a reprogrammed PCM or something for this thing.
Sure.
Just because it is, you know, it's the nature of this stupid hobby, and why not? But
well, I mean, now the main purpose of this truck really is going to be a tow rig, correct?
pretty much just a tow and just haul my crap. I mean, yeah, pretty much.
And I mean, that's kind of what you were going for in this build, is just, you know, torque per se. I mean, you're not looking for peak horsepower, right? You're wanting this thing to make...
No, it's no high revving machine or nothing. It's kind of, you know, the peak horsepower and the torque numbers aren't, you know, super great. I think from the factory, they're, you know, the peak torque comes in at like 3,200 or something like that, and the peak horsepower is like 4,000. So they're not really high revving engines. They're just, you know, torquey, and I think 230 horse, I think, was the factory rating on these things. So they're really not super crazy.
Right.
And we bumped that up a bit. You know, that's the hope. Get some more low-end grunt out of it too.
Like I said, you're in there. You might as well do it.
Yeah. Well, and then to turn the camera right there, I mean, the transmission got completely rebuilt. So that was the first like couple months of it being apart. So there's the A518, or not the A518. It's a 46 RE, two-wheel drive. It's got a shift kit in it. I did upgrade to the choline steels and the red frictions. Put an extra 2 frictions in the overdrive clutch, I think. It's got a new front drum with 5 discs in it instead of the factory 3, I think it came with. So just upgraded the components, just cleaned everything, put the shift kit back together in it, and and the thrust on it was completely out of line, and basically reshimmed everything, got everything within tolerance, and hopefully that doesn't give me any issues. New torque converter with a billet bottom, so that was kind of expensive for that, but all in all, I think sitting here motor tranny, rebuilding it all myself, I don't think I've spent more than a couple grand to do it all, maybe 2,500 bucks.
Yeah.
So, you know, when you don't have a truck payment, it's kind of like, well, screw it.
Right.
Might as well just do it and get it done.
Right.
So,
I mean, hopefully this will be up for years and years of abuse and service. Yeah.
and abuse, yeah, I guess you'd say that.
All right, there you go, everybody. There's
Yeah.
the update. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't. I'm sure you'll be seeing this truck in the background of certain videos. Like I said, it's really the workhorse for towing and whatnot. So there you go.
Peace.